Hi, welcome to Legacy Code ADC. In this video, let's see an introduction to the programming language COBOL. COBOL is one of the very old programming languages that has been present since the late 50s. That is, it was originally developed in 1959, though it became more popular in mid and late 60s. So COBOL stands for Common Business Oriented Language. Basically, it is a language that was primarily developed to solve simple data processing problems, right? The main objective of the COBOL was to process the data which is available in a simple text-based format, and later on it also evolved to support the relational database management systems. Now, though it was invented in the late 50s, precisely in 1959 by COBOL committee, it did evolve quite a bit after that. The first ANSI recognized COBOL was released in 1968. It's also called as COBOL 68, followed by 1974 release. Then later on in 1985, there was a further release by ANSI. That is pretty much the COBOL that we see even today. Even in today, meaning in late 2000s. That is, now I'm recording this video in 2021. So even today, pretty much the COBOL that I use is ANSI 85 COBOL. Though there are some minor variation depending on the kind of implementation to look at. So COBOL is very simple English-like language, so it doesn't have a lot of cryptic commands and syntax. Most of the commands and syntax are all simple English words. It is not case sensitive like many other languages. You can write the COBOL program either in capital case or in small case, both will work. It is also a structured programming language, meaning it just follows a sequence that is top to bottom. The instructions will be executed from top to bottom. And you can also have conditions like typical if statements or an iteration that is looping inside the program logic. So it supports only this much. It's very simple language, but it's still very powerful when it comes to data processing. So it is not an object-oriented language. You have to keep this in mind. It is not an object-oriented programming language. COBOL is being widely used in batch processing, specifically on mainframe-based systems. In a batch processing, most of the programs will run in the background using a job. It doesn't interact with the user. So it will take some input from the file and it will dump some outputs to the file. This is how typically COBOL batch program will work. So it is widely used in batch processing on mainframe based applications. But that doesn't mean COBOL doesn't run on other systems, like it also runs on Windows based systems as well as Linux based systems. So in this video series on COBOL, I'm going to demonstrate COBOL using GNU COBOL that runs on Windows. So anybody can download it and just use the compiler to compile and run your COBOL programs. So that's a brief introduction to COBOL, and we'll see more about COBOL in the subsequent videos. Hope this video was useful to you. So let's connect again in the next video. Thank you for watching.